Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie Bree, and today I'm talking about something that I put off for a while. We're talking about Call of Duty video games. Call of Duty is an interesting study in video game culture and video game development because Call of Duty has its origins in PC gaming, first-person shooters, which started with things like Wolfenstein, Quake, Doom, etc., and then eventually found their way on consoles, first getting popular with GoldenEye 007 on the N64, and then really coming into their own in the PS2, Xbox, GameCube era with games like the original Call of Duty and Halo and Metroid Prime as big examples. So the first-person shooter eventually was able to transcend computers and go mainstream. And one of the biggest, most mainstream first-person shooter franchises is Call of Duty. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about my personal history and experience with Call of Duty because I am 100% certain it doesn't line up with yours. And I say that because two things. One, I've never played Call of Duty on a PC or an Xbox, ever. And two, I have never played Call of Duty online, ever, and I never will, ever. So my experiences are not the norm. However, I'm going to get into it anyways. So my first Call of Duty game was actually Big Red One, and I had the, well, it wasn't technically Big Red One. It was Call of Duty 3, I think, or Call of Duty 2. I had Call of Duty 2 on the GameCube, and then I had Call of Duty 3 on the Wii. That was my first experience with Call of Duty. Now, I believe Big Red One was a specific campaign for the Xbox 360. So, this was like the deluxe edition of Call of Duty 2, I believe. But I did have Call of Duty 2 on GameCube, and I did have Call of Duty 3 on the Wii. I never played the one on the GameCube because I had a ton of other first-person shooters. I had 13. I had Metroid Prime 1 and 2. I had 3 different 007 games. I had Nightfall. I had Rogue Agent, and I had a third one, but I don't remember what it was. Agent Under Fire. I had Agent Under Fire. I had Nightfall, and I had Rogue Agent. And then I had a couple others. I don't remember them off the top of my head. So I already had plenty of first-person shooters to play on the GameCube. On the Wii, I had that Call of Duty 3, and that was it. And I didn't play it online. I didn't play any games online. I do not play games online. So, Call of Duty 3, I played a little bit of the campaign mode, of course, using the motion controls, because I had no choice, because it was on the Wii. And I wasn't a fan of that. I have played some Halo games on PC and Xbox, but I've never played Call of Duty on an Xbox. But I have played Call of Duty on PlayStation, which I assume is the same thing as playing it on the Xbox. So, I played Call of Duty Black Ops on PS3, and I have, in my collection, only one Call of Duty game, and it's on PS4. I have, it's not Modern Warfare. The one I have is, I don't remember what it's called, actually. There's so fucking many of them. It's the Cold War. I have Cold War. Whatever Call of Duty whatever subtitle, Cold War. That's the game I have on PS4. And I don't even know if it's Black or what series it is. I don't fucking pay attention. And it's not going to stick in my head no matter how many times people remind me. So don't even bother. I was enjoying this Cold War campaign until I got to the stealth mission, and I couldn't beat it. So I looked it up on YouTube how to beat it. It was too complicated for me. I tried to follow along with the YouTube video, and I was not successful, and I gave up. I uninstalled the game, and I deleted the save file from my hard drive and wrote it off as not for me. Now, I have not played any of the Modern Warfare games. I played Ghosts on PS3. I played Black Ops on PS3, and I don't remember which ones. And I played, like I said, the Cold War game, which may have been a Black Ops, if I'm not mistaken, but don't quote me on that. But I've only played the 2 World War II games, Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 3, that I've already talked about. And I haven't played any of the Modern Warfares. And to be honest, I have no interest in the Modern Warfares. I may eventually get another Ghosts game for PS4 at some point and give that a shot. And I may eventually give another World at War or World War I, World War II game another shot on PS4. If it exists. If it doesn't exist, then, then I'm out. So let's talk about online and why I don't play online. First and foremost, I'm neurodivergent. And I have mental health disorders. So video games are not easy for me with my specific conditions, especially my physical condition, which I do not have fully developed fine motor skills, and I do not have fully developed hand-eye coordination. So for me, playing video games in general is very hard. Call of Duty games in particular are very difficult for me because there's a lot going on, and they move at a very fast pace, and I can't keep up. And that's a recipe for disaster when you're playing online. I did play Halo 2 and Halo 3 online once each, and I swore never ever again. Because I got tired of getting my head blown off every 30 fucking seconds. And getting assholes calling me all kinds of names. And I'll never do that again. Because when assholes are like, just get good, and I physically fucking can't, there's no enjoyment for the game for me. There is no way for me to enjoy Call of Duty Online unless I'm very specifically only playing with friends who are very aware of my disabilities and mindful and accommodating of my disabilities, which is never going to happen for various reasons. So as far as I'm concerned, I will never play Call of Duty online. So for me, it's an offline only game. So if a version of Call of Duty exists that either one doesn't have a single player offline campaign at all, which it's my understanding that game does exist, that one's not for me. And two, if the campaign mode is inaccessible, whereas Cold War was, when I got to a stealth mission I couldn't beat, then that game is not for me. So, yeah. My current stance on Call of Duty is fuck off.